Today, we're diving into one of the most important moments in all of human history. And the best part, it wasn't some stroke of genius. It happened completely by accident.
No, really, this wasn't a planned invention. It was literally just a mistake, a screw-up while melting some metal that ended up changing the entire course of civilization as we know it.
So to really get why this one little mistake was such a big deal, you first have to understand what the world was like before it. We're talking about an age ruled by a much softer and frankly less useful metal, copper.
For our early ancestors, copper was a total game changer. You could heat it up, hammer it into all kinds of shapes. It was our first real step into the world of metallurgy. And for a while there, it really seemed like the perfect material.
But here's the catch. Copper's greatest strength was also its biggest weakness. The very thing that made it easy to shape also made it super soft. So a copper axe, it'd get dull almost immediately. A copper sword, it would literally bend in the middle of a fight. It just wasn't tough enough for the heavy-duty stuff you need to, build empires.
And that brings us right to the moment when everything changed. The solution wasn't found by someone brilliant looking for a better metal. Nope, it came from a simple, everyday task that went wonderfully, beautifully wrong.
Okay, so picture this. We're in Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, way back around 3300 BC. You've got artisans at their forges doing the same thing they've done for generations, smelting ore to get that copper out. The process was pretty simple: heat up the rock, get the copper. But one day, some of these guys used ore from a different spot. They had no idea, but this particular rock was naturally contaminated with another metal, tin. And when they melted it all down, something completely unexpected happened.
What came out of the fire wasn't copper. It was something totally new and way, way better. It was bronze, an alloy, a mix of copper and tin. And this new stuff was everything copper wasn't. It was incredibly hard, it could hold a razor-sharp edge, and it was so much more durable. This one accident created a truly superior metal.
Now, this discovery wasn't just some small improvement. It was the spark that ignited an entirely new chapter for humanity. This one, single, fortunate mistake gave birth to a whole new age.
Think about that. That moment in some random Mesopotamian forge wasn't just about creating a new metal. It was the official start of the Bronze Age, an era that would completely redefine society.
It's like the world just leaped forward, leaving the limits of the Copper Age behind and jumping headfirst into the explosive potential of the Bronze Age. That one accidental discovery was the pivot point for the entire ancient world.
So what did this revolution actually look like on the ground? Well, with bronze, farmers could make stronger plows, which meant bigger harvests. Armies could forge way deadlier swords and tougher shields, which completely changed warfare. And with better tools, societies could build bigger cities and way more complex civilizations.
And there was another massive knock-on effect. See, tin wasn't everywhere like copper was. To make bronze, you had to find tin and trade for it. This need kicked off some of the world's very first major international trade routes, connecting cultures from the Middle East all the way to places like Cornwall in modern-day England. Wild, right?
When you just step back and look at the whole story, it's just incredible. The big lesson here is about the immense power that can be hidden in simple combinations and totally unexpected discoveries.
It's such a powerful thought, isn't it? We're not talking about a complex chemical formula here. It was just copper and tin, a simple mixture that completely altered our path and shot human progress forward by millennia. And it really makes you wonder, our history is just filled with these fortunate mistakes, right? From the discovery of penicillin to the invention of the Post-it note. It just begs the question, what other accidents have defined the world we live in, and what might the next one be?